Welcome to the StarCraft arena. Opus 5, the Terran commander, faces Sonnet 5 in a brutal mirror match. Both spawn with workers and a command center, but the trash talk already flying. Opus 5 sneers about a bioflood. Sonnet 5 fires back. Marines will reign supreme.
Two Terrans, identical openers, but Sonnet's already scrambling on supply. Couldn't build that depot. Opus talks big about siege tanks later, but right now, whoever gets a barracks first wins the early game.
Opus 5 pumps another SCV, while Sonnet 5 scrambles to match supply. Both depots now live. The race for that first barracks is tight. Whoever banks minerals first breaks this stalemate.
Sonnet's down an SCV and fell behind on the depot. Opus promised a bioflood, but neither's got the gas yet to back it up. This is pure mineral mass now.
Your forces are under attack.
SCV good to go, sir.
Both barracks are live. Opus 5 hit it first at the north position. Sonnet 5 just completed at the south. The mineral race is over. Now comes the gas wars.
Opus had the edge on timing, but look at Sonnet's bank. 178 minerals versus 126. Sonnet can afford the refinery next and start Marines while Opus scrambles to match. That early barracks lead means nothing if the gas flow tips the other way.
Go, sir. SCV good to go, sir. Job finished.
Sonnet's refinery is up at the south gas. Opus still sitting on 56 gas, while Sonnet cranks workers toward that second harvester. The mineral deficit evaporates if that gas line holds.
Opus promised the factory pivot into siege tanks, but they're stuck in SCV pump mode. Sonnet's patience here is the play. Let the gas build, then Marines flood before Opus can pivot.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Sonnet pumping Marines 3 in a row while Opus flexes supply depots. The biotide is here. Opus still locked in worker mode. No Marines yet to answer.
Opus promised the factory pivot, but they're chasing minerals with
You want a piece of me,
SCVs
boy?
instead. Sonnet's 1 Marine becomes 2, becomes 3, and Opus has 0. This is the execution gap Sonnet wagered on.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Opus finally completes a barracks, but Sonnet already has 4 Marines marching. The factory dream is dead before it started.
Opus promised the pivot and got caught in SCV jail instead. This is what happens when you chase worker math against live Marines.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Sonnet pushes north with 5 Marines while Opus sits marooned at the natural cell. 12 SCVs and 3 idle barracks. The biowave arrives before the factory ever breathes.
Opus burned gas on refineries when every mineral screamed for Marine production. Sonnet read the TBT playbook and executed it. This one's over if Opus doesn't find infantry now.
Job's finished. Job's finished.
Opus finally breaks the seal.
You want a
3
piece of me,
Marines rolling
boy?
out. Supply depot going up. The
SCV
bio
good to go,
response has
sir.
arrived, but 5 seconds too late. Sonnet's wave is already at the gate.
Too little,
Your
too
forces
late.
are under
Opus
attack.
swore factory and siege tanks. Instead, he's scraping together a desperate 3 Marine counter while Sonnet's 5 are already knocking. The refinery gamble cost him the early game.
You want a piece of me,
Your
boy?
forces are under attack.
Sonnet's Marines closing in on the Opus main, and there's the factory starting to complete. Can Opus stabilize before that wave hits? Siege tanks incoming. but the clock is ticking.
He's committed to the plan, but timing is everything here. 7 Marines versus a desperate 3 Marine hold plus the factory finishing. If those tanks pop in time, Opus survives. If not, well, we've seen how the story goes.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Factory completes for Opus, and the siege tank production begins. Sonnet's Marines are still rolling in, but Opus is banking on that factory finishing in time to turn the tide.
Opus stuck to the script. Gas into factory exactly as promised. Sonnet's got 10 Marines on the field right now, and Opus is still counting on hope.
You want a piece of
If
me,
those tanks
boy?
don't come out fast enough, this gamble implodes.
Opus pumps supply and workers while Sonnet's Marines keep flowing. Bunker rises and Opus is made. A defensive anchor against the incoming tide.
Sonnet's still gas-starved, but the Marine count is relentless. Opus is building defensive infrastructure now. The factory gamble is live, but those tanks better arrive before Sonnet's 12 Marines breach that bunker.
Your forces are under attack.
Piece of me, boy.
But Opus's supply and mineral discipline is widening the gap.
Opus has got 16 workers to Sonnet's 6 and a bunker anchoring the main. Sonnet's gas-rich, but minerals are hemorrhaging. That factory better pop tanks before this Marine flood finds a seam.
Opus's academy finally complete. Stim packs incoming. Meanwhile, the factory spins up. Tanks are
good to
coming.
go, sir.
Sonnet just trained 1 SCV, barely treading water at 6 workers while Opus pumps another.
Sonnet promised a Marine tide in early expansion. Instead, they're starved and bleeding econ. That academy was the tech Opus needed. Marines with STEM will shred anything Sonnet fields right now.
Not enough minerals.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Sonnet finally gets an academy down. 2 more Marines crawl out of the barracks. But look at the clock.
SCV, good to
Opus
go,
is
sir.
already maxed on STIM, sitting on 281 gas, ready to roll.
Sonnet's 54 ticks too late. By the time those STEM Marines hit the field, Opus's bio already has the upgrade. This was the only window Sonnet had, and they missed it.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Opus rolls out a siege tank while Sonnet scrapes together 2 more Marines. The pressure mounts, but Opus has STIM locked in, and those tanks are coming online. Sonnet's window is closing fast.
Piece of me,
Sonnet's
boy?
reactive build is suffocating them. They promised a Marine tide. Instead, they're playing catch-up in a race they're losing. By the time STIM hits, Opus's tanks dominate the field. This is over.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Your forces are under attack.
Opus throws a ton of Sonnet supply depot, but the math doesn't hold.
Sonnet's in full desperation mode now. They're patching supply leaks and pumping bodies while Opus is already pivoting to the kill shot. That taunt isn't trash talk, it's a threat.
Your forces are under attack.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
Opus is doubling
Your
down on
forces are
barracks
under
production
attack.
while pivoting gas towards siege tanks and engineering upgrades. Meanwhile, Sonnet finally channels that loaded gas but Opus's factory means Sonnet is playing catch-up on the tech ladder.
Sonnet's last review called it gas rotting in reserves while production sat idle. Now they're scrambling to unlock STIM pack, but Opus is already 1 tier ahead with armor upgrades and siege capability. The mineral deficit is real too. This is a game Opus is winning on tempo.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
Opus pumps 4 SCVs and a vulture, then
SCV
issues a
good to go,
taunt.
sir.
First blood, Sonnet 50. Your scouts die at my door. Come see what's behind it.
Opus is flexing armor advantage and economic leg. Sonnet still scraping minerals while that academy sits unfinished. The vulture is the knife twist. Mobility to hunt down Sonnet's isolated units before Stim comes online.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
Sonnet pumps 4 more Marines, but Opus has already flooded the map with SCVs and that vulture. Sonnet's minerals starved at 100, Opus
want a
sitting
piece of
pretty
me,
at
boy?
198. The vulture will feast.
Sonnet promised a Marine tide and early pressure, yet they're playing defense now, regrouping at
Piece
home
of
while
me,
Opus
boy.
dictates tempo. That gas horde looks panic buying for a factory counter.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Sonnet finally defeats a vulture, but Opus is now fielding 3 siege tanks and a pair of vultures. The mineral gulf has widened to 239 points. Sonnet's trapped in a defensive crouch.
Sonnet talked factory pivot to match armor, but they're arriving late and starved. Meanwhile, Opus just converted gas into the exact counter they needed. The siege line holds.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go,
Opus
sir.
taunts. 8 Marines in, 1 crawls out. Sonnet 50, that was
want a
your
piece of
army.
me,
Your
boy?
Mine
forces
was
are
a
under
warm-up.
attack.
A second siege tank rolls off the line. Sonnet scrapes together 2 more Marines, but the well has run dry.
Sonnet gambled the bio push, lost the bet, and now can't afford the factory pivot they promised. Opus isn't just ahead, they're expanding while Sonnet stagnates.
Sonnet completes the factory. Finally, the siege tank
You want a
answer
piece
Opus
of me,
has been
boy?
waiting for.
Not enough minerals.
6 miners left.
Base is under attack.
They're following the playbook now. They're playing it from a crater. Opus's pressure just bought them time to tech. Except they don't have time. And Opus isn't waiting.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Job's finished.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Opus
forces
left
are
out tank
under
number
attack.
7 while Sonnet scrambles. A bunker goes up at home, but it's a fortress with no army to man it. The factory's done, the tanks are coming, and Sonnet's still 6 minerals short of a machine shop.
Sonnet swore they'd match Opus's siege line before engaging again. Instead, they're building defenses around an empty base while Opus's tank count climbs.
Base is under
That's not a
attack.
strategy, that's a desperate stall.
Opus pumps 3 more Cs and a 7th supply depot. Meanwhile, Sonnet's vulture rolls out, a lone scout with nowhere to go. Opus's siege tank arsenal now stands at 6. The gap widens.
Sonnet's got gas for days, but 0 production capacity left. That vulture is a cry for help, not a comeback plan. Opus is building toward unstoppable siege pressure while Sonnet's still trying to rebuild from scratch.